It's feast or famine here on the side of Nongshim. And the DN Freecs, they have the insurance policy.
I feel like it's very difficult for... And I do think this is kind of how Fearless is going to go for us in the LCK Cup, is just when you get down to brass tacks, it's like, all right, well, I like to play these champions.
Yeah,
so let's go.
What you got?
That. And that's what I want to see. You know, sometimes we just have to stay too meta. Lehens?
Yeah, going to come on over and look to punch Pyoshik here. He punched it. There you go. Spear is going to connect there as well. Pyoshik going to flash, gets out his shield. The flash forward from Gideon. That's first blood. As Bulldog, if he gets a kill here, it could actually be really dangerous despite first blood going on over. But no, he pounces over the wall and he gets himself out of there. The flap comes in. Oh, the flash forward! And Bulldog collects it. Is it worth it? We'll have to find out in future. See whether that flash can be punished.
Yeah, I feel like... I mean, it's definitely worth it, the flash, and it almost feels like, despite losing first blood, it's a trade-up. Mess with it. Over here, I mean, this is a really nice hook with Lens.
그만.
And he say, sorry, that's it, stop. He just picked up his Essence Reaver, and he's just smoothly heading towards a mid-game that he's going to feel very confident with.
Yeah, I would agree. And you can see that DNF are going to be able to move forward and look for this one as, okay, Lehen's going to get caught out, knocked up by the kitchen sink, but the Braum just explodes. Okay, trade of supports, but where did Life go?
Yeah, he's gone.
He's really gone.
But, I mean, this is a trade-up for DNF because they got Berserker the kill.
Oh, no, Fricassee going to connect onto Gideon. Daisy getting mad and going to chase that cat into the brush. Looks like Gideon's going to have to get out of there as, oh no, my money's on Daisy for this one. The explosion of that shield. The flash has to be invested. Not even able to pounce over that wall. As, all right, Pyoshik is kind of in no man's land. Spear is going to connect somehow. One more arcade shift going to come on through, but Kingen, he finds the flank angle. The slowest flap of your life there for Bulldog. Ain't gonna save him. And the lumber that whole time just didn't really find an angle.
And Jax was waiting for him to show up and knew he was missing, backed and then teleported in as well, if I'm not mistaken. So he also lost his teleport. Now let's kills to a Scion.
Building up a whole bunch of tanky items. And Gideon looking to steal stuff away. Dudu is going to find him though, as the blast cone will get Gideon to the wrong direction. Pyoshik will turn up. Lehen's trying to offer something as well as the arrow connects! And that is the kill onto the Nidalee. Daisy comes out now. We're getting serious here as she punches Jiwoo. Unless you see it a little bit earlier. So Fisher going to be able to make sure that he gets out scot-free. And after the game that he had previously on the Victor, you cannot really blame him as, oh no, Jiwoo, that was not the arcane shift you were looking for. Concussive blows comes down, the ulti's perfect. Sometimes life comes at you fast, my friend. And Jiwoo is going to suffer the brunt of it as Spears coming on in. Gideon going to have to get out of there. Kingen might be able to get first turret, which is going to mean feats of strength galore here for Nongshim as the rocket, the rocket, what is it called? It's the hook.
Yeah, rocket grab, right?
Rocket grab. Why did I not remember what grab was? My brain only has room for so many things, apparently, and the Ivan is going to be able to take down the Cloud Drake. Cloud Drake's still in there, as it turns
Bulldog
out.
When he starts burning people's health out, including this tanky Scion, in a few moments' time here. Well, maybe a pick here.
Yeah, Lehens, does he get the hook? No, he doesn't, but man, he gets a flash. And now the follow-up is in. Pyoshik's the one that flashes this time, but unfortunately Bulldog didn't come with an extra charge. And so that is the turret going down at the same time. Dudu's going to try and trade on the other side of the map, but man.
Promptly.
볼게 살짝 볼게.
And then he's like, okay, I'm going to look for it. I'm going to look for it.
잭스 텔도 되고.
And
yeah, there it is. I think he knew that the flash is down there as well, so Pyoshik, he can get himself out, but really nicely done collecting the flash.
Not in a position to do so. Dudu is wishing so badly that he had grubs, but I don't think he needs them to take this turret out. He has teleport, and Nongshim are going to try to take this Herald.
Yeah, so the Herald will be secured. Dudu's going to split push to his heart's content, though. It's actually kind of big. The fact that Dudu can actually be useful in a side lane really be helping out, because if Nongshim are forced to group up to make their composition work, and then it can be a problem. Is all right, Life just going to tank it up. Don't hook Braum. He's got a big door. He doesn't care. Dudu finds the flank angle, and they're going to lock down the Scion, who takes a lot of killing. In fact, maybe too much killing. And finally, he does go down. Berserker with that Q activated, doing a lot of damage, as Jiwoo is able to keep himself safe. And the zombie is not going to do enough at all. And DNF come alive here at 20 minutes.
Yeah, I don't fully understand the thought process on this one from Nongshim, but looking for a pick, starting to feel the pressure. They had just taken the Herald.
They just didn't have very much money.
Yeah, he's super low eco with the lack of CS, I suppose, is the main thing here. Doesn't have any kills. There's the Herald drop here.
Feels so against the play, doesn't it? With the Herald going down in favor of Nongshim, like, you'd expect them to have a bit more control. Instead, Lahens is running away. Gideon's just going to be left out to the Wolves, or make that the Dragons. His mom comes down and eats him.
Dax almost
now,
done.
Yeah, Kingen, what's he tanking for? Nobody else is sticking around, and he is just going to be left out as DNF. I think it looks to me like Nongshim have just kind of ran out of ergs.
Yeah.
They ran out of, what to do.
I mean, that's the Bulldog finishing his stacks as well. I think that's the game. Well, very likely off of that play. And they drop Herald and it's just completely ignored. And man, Life has had such a fantastic and fun game here on this Braum. He just doesn't care about anything. And the ults we're seeing from Bulldog have been phenomenal.
Yeah, and we have to go back to the first game as well. Life looking real good. Life almost being able to steal a RedForce is kind of hilarious, as Arakan is going to be secured here by DNF.
And let's give Berserker credit where it's due.
Oh, 100%.
His arrows have been so good this game.
And with how good Berserker was in the first game, would he get player of the match?
Right now, he's 100% my...
League of Legends now is so crazy with the fact that, yeah, we're 24 minutes in with 2 Drakes. No one cares about Drake anymore, as Berserker and Bulldog both doing a lot of damage this game. Kind of amazing that a Smolder is topping the damage at 24 minutes. You feel like that should take a little while longer to come in, but that is just the game state.
Yeah. And Scar as well. And the Jax has 3 kills and doesn't have any grubs, but cares less about that than he did earlier on. Baron spawns and DNF are like, it's mine.
Yeah, let's just take it on spawn. Of course, spawning 5 minutes later than it used to. As Berserker, he's got some volleys to keep them out of here. Lahens certainly does need to be respected somewhat for these hooks that can bring a priority target in, but as you can see here, Nongshim not pulling the trigger just yet, and it's DNF that are going to do so. Fisher immediately going to get McHale's, as Lahens at least gets that one done. I don't know about that one, Dudu, as Mom comes down, but Lahens still going to die. Mom does so much damage. And look at this with the Ivo, and this Jax is just immortal. Both of them going golden. Gideon going to get eaten by a dragon. You can see Bulldog going to be able to take him out. Dogs versus cats, I guess. It's going to be Bulldog that comes out on top, and this one is, okay, that's a fully charged Q. Remember, none of them can die, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, no.
Like, they've still got Otacon.
They have the withdraw, so it doesn't matter. Like, I mean, Dudu saved his life or his withdraw by going for the arm guard to keep himself in the fight because he didn't want to waste time teleporting back in. He had teleport, so if he did die, he could have just come back. He is going to come back right now. And, at this point, I think Bulldog's like, I would like some more.
Yeah, they know exactly where Ju is as Dudu comes on over. The door just eats the True Shot barrage. This Braum has been such an incredible pick. And they get in there. You can see Kingen trying to utilize that ultimate to lock them down, as Lahen's not going to be stealing that one away. That's going to be the Baron secured by Pyoshik. Kingen is now a zombie, as Bulldog just trying to flap his way away and will be able to do so. The spear not going to connect. Jiwoo able to offer back a lot of damage here, as Dudu does need to be a little bit careful, as the Achu just barely not able to get him, as, the arrow for the snipe doesn't quite get in there, but the damage is...
What do I do? Like, I can't do anything. There's nothing here. There's no tools. There's no Nidalee. There's no smite. But we're still trying to be around this Smolder, and it's a bad time.
Well, Lahens is going to get a hook onto a Braum, and this time he's dead. Nicely done. So they managed to take down Life for 40 seconds. That might stop this push. I feel like the Braum is extremely valuable for this opposition. They've already got 2,600.
Passing you. We've just seen that in the LCK, when Smolders get online relatively easily without any problems, you don't come back from that. We've very rarely seen comeback games. I mean, Jiu was like, man, once I got online with Smolder, the game didn't end for like over an hour.
Not to mention the fact that Berserker can do things like this now that he has the big old shield. Life diving into so many people, but look at the value of the door. It is disgusting how much this does. As Lahens, that rocket punch not doing too much of anything, and now Dudu feeling immortal himself as long as he has that gentleman tree around him. And he's going to go golden there, utilizing that. Zonya's repaired his arm guard quite nicely, but the turret is getting angry, and finally he is going to go down. Bulldog's at full health though, and Nongshim, I think they're losing an inhibitor turret at least because Berserker is just by himself in the bottom lane.
Yeah, he just doesn't care. They don't even have grubs, but we're at the point of the game where these turrets just don't last long. Aun goes one inhibitor, and a second inhibitor turret will fall. I mean, I suppose there's a world where maybe they could defend this if Berserker was more vulnerable, but he's got flash.
Yeah, Life needs to really save him here, though, because there are a lot of people coming. That's 4. I think Life might be dead, and Berserker is also dead.
Okay.
Hook. So, double kill there for Jiwoo. It is going to be an inhibitor in trade for it.
They didn't get that inhibitor, in fact. It did survive from the side of Nongshim.
Yep.
And Land's hitting the hook. Everything lines up. He's got his Mikhail's completed. He's got an elixir. He's ready for the team fight on this Baron. Like okay, is it possible? Is Atlas onto something here? Like, anything is throwable.
Well, Life is going to show them the door, and he's going to get hooked in, and he's going to die.
Atlas?
I need to stop telling Life how valuable and cool.
Life will respawn in 5 seconds. They're trying to just threaten the back door, but I don't know. They're a little bit split here.
Looks like front door to me.
Sure, I mean, yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, Daisy's getting amongst it. And Kingen is just holding the wave as best he can. No more Baron.
Life's
up and
back.
available. As you... Wow, okay. Bulldog, they need to avoid everything Bulldog does. That's really important. And like you say, Life is just going to get into position once again. He can soak a hook, but he needs the rest of his team to be there to follow up. If he does indeed do so.
I mean, they can just say, all right, you do Baron, we'll do Baron for Nexus trade. Dudu's trying to set up for it, clearing these waves.
Yep.
Super Minion wave is very...
Fisher is taking 50% of his health bar for no reason.
I'm just gonna say go away, Fisher, and now the Baron Prio belongs to the DN Freecs.
Okay. Oh, Lehens. I thought he was going to do it. I thought he was going to go in. His Life is going to get snagged by a spear. Oh, it could be. They don't go for it.
This composition doesn't have a strong tank. DNF, so they're so scared of starting Baron, somebody getting hooked and then getting, like, you know, isolated corral.
Oh, Arrow going to connect there onto Jiwoo, but he does get cleansed immediately. Now Dudu diving into that backline. Fisher in a bit of trouble. Dudu goes golden. Gideon now, he's going to get cleansed as well. Goes golden as well, and now Jiwoo is running out of buttons that he can press. Arcane Shift Flash, not enough as DNF close in. And with the jungle and AD carry both dead, Kingen's going to try and hold on to the wave to keep this game alive. It's not going to work out. Down he goes, and it's Bulldog that's gifted the prize of the kill money. It's completely unnecessary because they're about to take down the Nexus.
Okay, Fisher doing the Faker strat, and Valkyrie's his way to taking out that super minion, but another wave comes through here. Lehens grab one of those minions away. Buy some time.
All right, Nexus turret number 1 going to go down. Lehen's not going to be doing anything. Fisher as well, grasping at straws to say the least. And that's a bare Nexus. That is going to be a game win for DNF. Able to keep things interesting as far as our groups as well. Baron 1.